But yeah, stop people pleasing in 2023. Okay, pick yourself first. Like, it's okay to be nice, but let's reduce the people pleasing. Hey glam girls and guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I hope you stay, and we need to talk. You want to know if you are a people pleaser, right? Maybe you're seeing signs or you're starting to suffer from the side effects, but maybe you're just not quite sure. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a few signs that show you might actually be a people pleaser. I hope you guys are loving the pink though, because I mean, if you're a glam girl, you obviously like girly stuff. I don't know too much about the glam guys or the guys, but it's always going to be glam because that's the standard. Okay, anyways, this is not a super medical or scientific thing. These are just habits that you might have. So what is a people pleaser? Being a people pleaser means that you have the strong urge or tendency to please people even at your own expense. So although this is the definition, I feel like this can still be a little bit vague. This would mean that anyone who puts others' happiness before theirs is a people pleaser, and that's just not true. I mean, we have moms, we have parents that put our happiness before theirs at their own expense, but that doesn't really make them a people pleaser. So I actually want to give you guys some clear signs that you're suffering from people pleasing problems, okay? Number one, you have a difficulty saying no. For some reason, you find it hard to say no to other people's requests. Even if you know that it's something you're literally not capable of, you still say yes. And even if you know that it's going to inconvenience you, you would rather inconvenience yourself than disappoint someone. So because you don't want to displease someone, you become overcommitted with plans, responsibilities, and projects that are literally going to disrupt your personal life. Depending on who you are, this is actually very common. Maybe you feel like you really don't want to disappoint this person, you really don't want to let them down, so it's literally hard for you to physically say no. Like, you're always saying yes, 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 yes. You don't even take the time to think, is this something that I can do? Is this something that I'm capable of doing? You just say yes because you're so urgent to please the person. Sign number two, you avoid speaking up for yourself. A lot of people pleasers find it really hard to advocate for themselves or their own needs. I feel like this is actually quite sad because a lot of times people will get taken advantage of. It could be as simple as, let's say you go to a restaurant and they mess up your order, and now you're kind of scared to send it back because you don't want to inconvenience the wait staff or the chef. Or you could be put in an uncomfortable position and you're afraid to speak up. But it's very important to not confuse people pleasing with being considerate. If this is something that is going on all the time, like you're constantly trying to avoid standing up for yourself because you're scared of how it'll affect somebody else, this is a sign of people pleasing. Sign number three, you go along with everything. So for this one, you tend to agree with everything for whatever reason. Whether or not you're actually happy with what you're agreeing to, your main objective is to avoid friction. You are trying to avoid any type of disagreements at all costs. This can even mean bogusly agreeing to things that go against your morals, but because you are trying to become a more likable or pleasant person, you just kind of like nod to everything and say, yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, I feel that same way, when deep down you probably don't agree with that or agree with what the person is doing. But because you don't want to become an unpleasant, person to be around, you tend to just agree with everything. So you do all this for the sake of being unproblematic. But I feel like this is so unhealthy because not only are you trying to agree with everything, now you feel this immense pressure to always be in a cheerful and likable mood. But in the reality, as humans, we're not always happy. And I'm all for positivity, but this can get very exhausting. So now that I just listed the 3 clear signs of being a people pleaser, I also want to talk about the dangers of people pleasing and where this actually may stem from. So you might have people-pleasing tendencies for a number of reasons. I noticed the most common reason was the desire to be accepted and the urge to avoid conflict. And this desire to be accepted can stem from trauma. It can stem from trauma from your childhood or just how you were raised, the environments that you were in. Let's say you grew up in a household where, your parents were super strict or had super high expectations. And now, you feel like your worth is based on how you can please others. Your worth is based on if you disappoint or don't disappoint, and you put a lot of your value in others' pleasure. You feel like, ugh, if I don't do this thing for this person, I'm not worthy, or I need to keep doing these things so that this person can like me, and I never want to be unpleasant to anybody. To bring everything together, you have this desire to be accepted by all. You want to be loved by all groups, your parents, your friends, your surroundings, and you try to avoid conflict at all costs. I mean, literally the thought of conflict makes you anxious, even if this means saying yes to everything. So this is extremely dangerous because in the process of trying to please others, you're neglecting yourself, and you start to become very tired, exhausted, and even start to resent the people that you're pleasing. And all these habits can lead to huge relationship problems. You can definitely lose yourself in trying to please others. Now, of course, you guys know I would never criticize without giving some sort of solution or some help. As someone who has even suffered from people-pleasing tendencies, my biggest tip is take more time and think about what it is that you're saying yes to. Set boundaries and practice saying no. If you're doing something that inconveniences yourself just to make someone else happy, that should reflect, you know, the relationship to some extent. I'm all for being considerate, being positive, but I am not for people pleasing at all. I love me, okay? So if I feel like it's going to be an extreme inconvenience, I have to weigh out my options. I have to weigh out the pros and cons and actually take my time to think about it. So if you want to reduce your people pleasing tendencies, practice saying no, set boundaries, and just don't say yes to everything. Take some more time to think about it. Anyways, that is all for this video. This is not a personal attack. If you feel comfortable, you can comment if you've noticed any of these signs in yourself and how you feel like it's affected you. But yeah, stop people pleasing in 2023, okay? Pick yourself first. Like, it's okay to be nice, but let's reduce the people pleasing. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see more of my face and hear more of my tips. You're probably gonna like my other videos, so don't forget to check them out because we're on a roll, okay? We're posting videos weekly. I'm giving you guys consistent content, so I hope you like it. I hope you're staying. I hope you're enjoying yourself. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, glam girls and guys.